Greetings and welcome, friends. We've been talking about inequalities, and here's some homework problems for you. So track with me here. Let's see. I've got my cards. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. It's been a long vacation. Maybe I won't expose the things that we don't remember just yet. I was going to draw cards and have my friends in real life tell us what to do. Maybe they can volunteer some answers if they'd like, but I won't make them today. It says a number n plus 7. Oh man, I'm writing this so good. Is less than or equal to 9. Is less than or equal. That phrase is less than or equal means I have a less than sign, but the or equals like, but don't forget the equal, right? And it's all there. 9. And so they were asking us, by the way, to write a sentence. Write the sentence as an inequality, and notice we have done so. Notice we didn't have to solve this. We were just writing the inequality. Today, we'll be solving that. All right, how about this next one? It says 3. I can write the number 3. Is less than the sum. Oh, is less than. Does that mean I'm subtracting 3 from something? No. No. If this word is was missing, 3 less than something would mean subtraction. But once the is shows up, that means this is a relationship here. And is less than is going to be like this. Let's see. Less than sign is like an L for right, left, less, L. Is less than the sum. What does sum mean? Well, the answer to an addition problem. Wow, that was like the most mathematically accurate way. I used to say that sum means addition in parentheses, and it technically the parentheses don't matter here, so you could drop them. But the sum of a number s, and I just try to make my s not look like a 5, and 4. Done, son. There we go. All right, let's keep scrolling. All right, there are 430 people in a wave pool. Write an inequality that represents how many more people. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna underline that. How many more people can enter the pool? So that's gonna be my variable. I'll call that x. Number of people more that could enter the pool. That means the number of people more plus the 430, man, I'm getting claustrophobic already. Like, are you guys, oh man, I gotta loosen my tie. Like, 430 people? Wow. It's terrifying. Wow. All right. In a wave pool. So if I add those together, that needs to be what now? It can't be Friday night. No, that's not helpful. What is true? How could I relate this? I want to relate this to the maximum capacity, right? And how does that relate to 600? They wanted an inequality. Yeah, since this is the maximum capacity and we're writing an inequality, if this is the biggest it gets, then that means everything else must be smaller than it. But maximum capacity includes 600, so you can make that equal to there. So x plus 430 is less than or equal 600. All right, cruising. All right, I like this one. I tried to pick the trickier one to go over. All right, they ask, tell whether the value is a solution of the inequality. Here's the inequality, and then they say, does m equals 8 work? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 8, and I'm going to plug it in for m, right, like so, to do a check, essentially. So 3 times 8 divided by 6 minus 2, is that greater than 3? So this is like a question mark. That's what I'm trying to determine. Let's find out. I don't know. 3 times 8 is 24. I'm going to PEMDAS this. 24 divided by 6 is 4. and 2 greater than 3 is false. And because this is false, that means that m is not equal to 8, or 8 is not a solution. All right, which is probably more specific, because it sounds like if I say m cannot equal 8, that might be interpreted as m can be anything but 8. But there's probably a lot of things that m cannot be, and 8 is just one of those many impossible things for m to be. Yeah. All right. Ooh, the tallest person who ever lived was approximately. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not around anymore. 8 feet, 11 inches tall. Write an inequality that represents the heights of every other person who has lived. So, the heights of every other person, that's going to be like my variable. So I'm going to call that like h, the heights of other people. So everyone else's height is what compared to the tallest person? That's tallest, so everyone else is less than that person's height? 8'11", how should I represent that? Well, everyone else's height is going to be smaller than 8'11". Should I convert that all to inches, maybe? How do I convert 8 feet to inches? Yeah, 8 times 12, right? Because there's 12 inches in 1 foot. And, 96, man, with the speed. So 8 feet is 96 inches. Add to that the 11. And I'm going to get h is less than, what's that, 107 inches? Okay. But even if I didn't convert it, which it's weird to have mixed units inside of an equation or inequality, then they then ask the question, is 9 feet a solution? No, because it's too big. The person was the tallest person. No, so no, because 9 is bigger than 8 foot 11 inches, right? And I could have converted 9 to, right, 9 feet would have been 108 inches, and 108 is not less than 107. Let's see. Quick. I like these ones. Here we go. All right, what I'm going to recommend for this one is, remember the good old symmetric property of equality that said if A equals B, then B equals A, that I could flip it, right? I could change that order. I'm going to flip this one here. I'm going to write this as t here and -1 there. And if I flip the whole thing, I've got to flip that inequality as well. So that means t is less than -1. And now if I'm going to graph this, my graphs were super simple. I need 0 and I need our points of interest. And all values of t that are less than -1, does that include -1? No, it doesn't have the equal part, so I'm going to draw an open circle at -1. And everything less than that, is that to the left or the right? The left. Everything you own to the left. Right? There we go. So everything less than -1 would be represented by that graph. It's easier to graph, I find, when you have it in this way. If the variable is on the left, then the arrow actually, you can almost like imagine your inequality symbol as being an arrow, like so. If it's this way, my little trick of pretending it's an arrow will not work. All right, let's do this one. So I need a 0 in here. Yep, -4 is to the left of 0. And v is less than or equal, so solid dot or open dot? Solid, because it includes it, and less than, well, these ones ended up being similar than I wanted them to. Question, comment? Did I make it wrong? But -1 was bigger than t. T is smaller than -1. So like -2, for instance, is smaller than -1. Right, so -1 was the biggest thing in my list. Yeah, it's a little weird, I don't know. Last question that I'm going to go over. Here's question 44. Man, why did I choose things that were all way too similar? So the point of interest is -1. I could call our solutions x or something like that. And what is the sign that would go in between them? Well, it wouldn't have an equal part because this is an open circle. And it's shaded to the left. And left is equal to less, kind of, right? So that's like a less than sign. So x is less than -1 for that. Thank you for watching, mis amigos de internet.